Hey Vanner family, today is another Q&A. Welcome to my channel. I'm HelloCrystalVanner and I live in my van. Please watch the whole video so we can grow the family, the channel, and the content. But before we get started with this Q&A, I just want to remind you again that you can help your favorite YouTubers earn their income on YouTube for free just by watching videos from start to finish and watching as much of the ads as possible. I know there are long ads on there, so just do your best. If you want to contribute to them in other ways, you can see if they have a Patreon like I do. I'll put it here. And you can help them create content and grow the channel. Or you can see if they have YouTube memberships on their channel like I do. And you can also help them to create content and grow their channel. So today's question comes from Gigi, and her question says, on YouTube, the RTR and WRTR seem to be 99.9% Caucasian. On the other hand, NAARVA seems to only be couples that are driving Class A motorhomes. I'm just wondering if there is a place for me in either group. You mentioned possibly meeting up with NAARVA. Is it more diverse than shown online? That question is about both groups. FYI, I'm a single African-American woman that periodically travels in a van. Thank you in advance, Gigi's Van Escape. So, Gigi, the first part of your question I'm going to answer is actually the second thing you asked me. I am not a part of the National African American RV Association. I've never met up with them. I have met up with some RVers who are in Class A and Class C type motorhomes, and they are a part of that group. So I think you were talking about the arnellmumford.com event that I attended. Actually, 2 events of his I attended last year. So the link is down below, and I will put it on the screen as well. So you can check out some of his events. They're mostly East Coast based. Virginia, DC, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, and I believe maybe Georgia and perhaps Florida. I'm not 100% sure about the Florida one. So I do plan on attending at least 2 of his events this spring/summer. But yeah, I'm not a part of that organization as they do not allow vans without self-contained tanks and all that jazz. Even though most of their functions happen at RV parks, they want you to have tanks and toilet and all that. So I'm not a part of that group. It does require a membership. I believe it's an annual membership. And yes, it does seem to be predominantly older couples in Class A's. Don't think that you can't join the group if you have a self-contained van with tanks like a Class B camper van. You could definitely join the group. You would probably benefit from it. And I think there are sprinkled in some somewhat younger, 40s, 50s, not quite retired people in there. But I think it's few and far between. Also depends on which group you join because there's a national one and then there are local ones as well. So definitely check out the web for information on them. Now, as far as RTR and WRTR, speaking 100% truthfully, it is predominantly Caucasian. So yes, you will find that there. I think it's gotten more diverse as the years go on. I'm filming this in 2020, and right now, I believe that the RTR for 2020 was probably not very big at all just because of the way they had to switch up having it at a fairground and people had to camp somewhere else. I don't think they got the numbers that they've gotten the last few years. According to video footage I've seen, it didn't seem like it was very successful this year, and it probably cost the host of the event more this year to do what he did, and then to not have the people come out probably was disappointing. So I'm assuming they're going to be changing that or fixing that. Now, I usually don't let the type of rig I'm in, a van, stop me from going to any event that I see. Normally, I contact the host to make sure, hey, I'm in a camper van. I'm in a self-built camper van. I do not need to hook up to anything. I boondock all the time, which means dry camping. So I don't need access to this, or this. Is this gathering something that I can attend? So before dropping money on something or gas money to get there for a free event, definitely contact the host of it to make sure that it is something that your rig can fit into. And while you're talking to them about that and getting their response via email, social media, or on the phone, ask them about approximately what's the percentage of Black people that show up to this event. I know it's probably a predominantly small percent, but I just want to make sure I'm not going to be the only one. I don't particularly ask that question. I go anyway because I really don't care about being the only person. It doesn't matter to me. If it's an interesting, cool event and they're willing to take my rig, I'm going to go. If I don't feel comfortable, I can always leave or find something else to do in the area. So I hope that answers your question. I would say it's just going to depend really on you, how much you want to invest money, time, gas, and research into the different events, especially if you're having to travel out to Arizona for RTR, WRTR. If you are going to join the National African Americans RV Association, then they're all over the country. That might be something to do that's locally, and you might not have as many issues because, one, you won't be the only Black person. You might be the only single person. You might be the only quote unquote younger person. So, but I would definitely just check it out and see. So if that didn't answer your question and you need me to dig deeper into this conversation, definitely go down into the comments and let's have a discussion about it. If you know more about the two events that I'm talking about in this video, please go down in the comments and respectfully share your opinions and information. Links would be helpful as well. Thank you guys so much for watching another video from start to finish, but it's not over yet. You've got a few more seconds. Mwah! See you next time. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end without skipping, but don't leave just yet. On your screen are some clickable elements. The one here will let you subscribe to my channel. The one here will let you see my journey from day one until now. And the one down here will let you partner with me in making better content via Patreon for just $1 a month.